So I scaled my SMMA from 0 to 30K per month in about 30 days. And I've coached a ton of other agencies on how to do the same. For example, Max Hastings, who hits 20K per month in his first 30 days with me. Jacob, who hits 20K in 3 months. And Senya, for example, who hits 10K in his first 3 months. So if you're looking to start, grow, or scale your SMMA in 2025, you're the right place. Because in this no BS course, I will give you everything from how to land your first client, even if you're starting from scratch and you don't have any previous experience, how to deliver results that will stay with you forever and refer you a ton of business. And so by the end of this video, you will have a complete roadmap how to scale a profitable SMMA in 2025. And this is coming from someone who's still running his active agency, unlike these gurus who haven't run their agency in years. I'm still active in my agency day to day. And in the past 30 days, I've cash collected over 50K with my own agency. And we're on track to making 100K next month. So if at any point during this video, you decide that you want my help with scaling your SMMA, there's a link in the description where you can book a call with me and we'll have a chat, see if I can help you. That being said, let's get into it. Now, before you do anything at all, before you pick a niche, before you reach out to customers, there's one crucial thing you need to understand. And there's a few things actually. So first of all, it's really just preparing for your own success, because good preparation almost always guarantees your success, right? Now, what this means here, you need to do a couple of things to position yourself, in an optimal way. Now, the first thing here is changing your environment. Let me explain why. If you're live from a small hometown like me, for example, small town in Germany, limiting mindsets, kind of negative people, just not a good environment overall. How do you expect to grow business in that sort of place, right? Where there's people that will limit you, people that will tell you that it's not possible, where you just feel like poor because there's no wealth around you. It's going to be very difficult, right? So what you need to do is first of all, change where you are. If you can move out, even if it's just like in a $50 per day Airbnb somewhere, even in a neighboring city, just leave. Right, that's what I did as well. Let's start. So what I did at the start myself is I logged into a new place, into a new house pretty much, and I just completely kind of change my own personality, right? Now, the reason you have to do this is because the person you are right now is tied to your environment, and the person you are right now most likely doesn't make much money, So you need to become a new person to make more money, right? And it's going to be kind of very, very difficult if you kind of just stay in the same place, right? So what I need you to understand is you need to just dip out. And I can tell you as well, this is also like one of the key things why I was able to progress that quick. It's because this is what I still do nowadays, still this day. I constantly just change where I live. I constantly just move countries even. Because every single time I do it, I just become kind of a new person. I kind of get to the next level, okay? So that's what you need to do at the start. That is extremely crucial, okay? Next thing, once you did that, is you need to actually log in your diet, right? Most of you guys wake up and just go to McDonald's. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, man? If you're trying to really scale a business and you're trying to change who you are as a person and make more money, escape the matrix, if you will, why the fuck are you putting that shit in your body? Your body is kind of like a temple, right? That's how I have to view it. And if you're just like getting shit into it and, your temple is just going to break and it's just going to way lower performance, okay? So I'm talking just throw everything out that is not whole food, everything that is like processed, like candy bars and shit. Just really make your mind sharp, okay? Because nowadays what I do myself is, first of all, I fast in the mornings. I don't really eat that much. If it's maybe fruit or something, that's about it. Which means my mind is extremely sharp. So I get my deep work done in the morning. So if there's someone like wakes up and goes to McDonald's and we do the same work and I'm fasting and I'm sharp, I will destroy them, okay? So log in your diet, eat only. So my diet for quite a long time was just really steak, pretty much meat, some vegetables and fruits, right? Maybe some kefir here and there. Only water, no shitty drinks, nothing, right? So log in your diet because that positions you for success. The next thing is mindset stuff, okay? I'm sure you guys heard that all the time, but let me explain. Mindset is the 80% here. If your mindset is cooked and if you can't sit with yourself in silence and you're constantly doing shit and you're avoiding not being with yourself, it's just not going to work, okay? So first of all, what you can understand, everything around you has a frequency, okay? Whether it's a positive frequency, whether it's negative frequency. For example, your hometown is most likely a negative frequency. As for example, for me, there's a lot of things tied to because I lived there my entire life. So there's experiences when I was like 14, like bad things that just happened, for example, right? And so what happens is this place just has so much clutter attached to it, and which just kind of causes, negative frequency in your body, right? Because you just associate those bad things with that hometown. You're in that hometown, so it kind of like hooks into you, if that makes sense. And everything has a frequency, whether it's music, whether it's the people you hang around with, whether it's the house you're in. I mean, we're in this crazy building right now, and the frequency is just like super high because it's a well frequency. You just feel good while you're here, pretty much. Okay, it's the exact same thing with people hanging out. If you're hanging out with your parents that are just limited mindset, if they're like 9 to 5ers and they're kind of like trying to limit you, like it's just going to harm you. So that's what you gotta understand. So the easiest fix here is move out. Even if it's just for a month, okay, just leave. Now, this is it for when it comes to mindset. Okay, if you did these things and you're going to do the next 7 steps, then you will pretty much guarantee your own success. Okay. Now, moving on, we go to step number 1, which is the first like practical step here. Okay. Now, the one thing you need to understand is you need to pick a good niche. Now, what even is a good niche? All right. So a good niche here is, first of all, a niche that is growing, right? That is easily contactable, and that there is a ton of people in it. Okay. So I'll give you a few examples here in a second, but let me kind of tell you what is maybe not a good niche. For example, a custom stone carving business or something, something that is very niche and specific, You don't want to be going very niche because you want to have a ton of prospects to reach out to. Because what happens if you run out of prospects, you're kind of, it's kind of going to be that because out of our class. Okay. So how do you even pick a good niche? I'll give you a few examples here right now. So a few good niches are, for example, roofing, which is my niche. Anything contracting related, for example, really any local business is good. Okay. For example, that can also be remodeling, siding, fencing, for example, even, custom decking, for example. Okay. Just stuff like that, or custom windows, anything that is just ready for construction is usually a very good niche. There's high ticket. There's a lot of people in it. There's a lot of kind of contractors in it. And it's highly sought after because there's only more homes getting built anyway. Okay. For example, some niches I would not recommend going into is, for example, e-com. That's just like not very good in my opinion because it's pretty difficult to get into. It's a status game, okay? Because like these brands, if you're working with them, they want to work with the most established agency, not some beginner, if that makes sense. Okay. For example, also Babylon would be a gyms in my opinion. It's so oversaturated and it's so overburned. So I'm not saying that it won't work. It can probably definitely work. It's just going to be twice as difficult, okay? So this is how you pick a good niche. Don't overthink it. Pick one right now and roll with it, okay? Just if you didn't even pick on all of these ones. Mine is remodeling, roofing, if you're wondering, and it's for pretty well. Even, for example, real estate agent would be pretty good niche. I know a lot of people that are crushing it in that niche. Step 2 is now actually creating your offer, okay? Because the thing is, we now picked a group of people that we're trying to reach out to. Now we need to solve a painful problem that they are facing, okay? So you might know this thing right here, which is Alex Murphy's Scale equation, which is pretty much dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. That's what creates value, okay? And the main thing here is that value is created when pain is alleviated, okay? So if you're taking someone's, pain of acquiring new clients, that's a very, very good thing to do. There's value to it. And the way you find out what the most painful problem is in your niche is by just talking to them. So what you can do, for example, is just call a few people in your niche, call roofers, call whatever your niche is, and just ask them, hey, you can just even lie and tell them, hey, yeah, I'm a college student. I'm just kind of doing some research on the roofing industry. I have a few questions for my project. That's cool with you, okay? You can just ask them any questions you would like them, okay? That's going to give you insights into the niche by someone who is in the niche, and they'll obviously not lie to you because they want to help you because you're a college student, and then you can ask them, what's the most painful problem for you? 90 times out of 10 is going to be just acquiring more clients, okay? Or it might be hiring, if it's a bigger business, but really it's mainly just acquiring more clients. And that's how I model my own offer. So if you're wondering what my offer is, so pretty much this is my offer. That's what I preach on sales skills, is I charge 3K upfront for 45 guaranteed deployments in maximum 90 days, which comes out to roughly $65 per appointment. They don't pay for any unqualified appointments. If it's a bad appointment, I just replace it for free. If it takes us longer than 90 days to generate all appointments, then we wait for free of them until they get everything, right? And even if they don't make their money back in those 90 days, I'll give you a full refund plus $1,000. Okay, so this is a no-brainer. If you were a roofer and you heard this offer, you would pay me because there's no reason not, because I'm guaranteeing you an ROI. If you don't make your money back, I'll give you a full refund plus $1,000. So if worst comes to worst, do $1,000 switcher, right? And I'm kind of telling you what you can expect, 45 appointments in 90 days, which is pretty good, okay? So you can kind of ball around this, you want to make it very tangible. What I would not recommend to do is just charge 2K out retainers. What I would not recommend to do is just charge 2K retainers, just have it, oh yeah, service is 2K, because they don't know what they're getting for it, okay? So you always attach a very, very measurable result to what they're paying you, okay? Now, once we have your offer crafted, and do this right now, pause the video right now, go on a blank Google Doc and draft up your offer. Hell, don't copy my offer, because if you do, it's not gonna work for you. Because I meticulously thought this through, and if you just copy it, it won't be your own kind of thinking, and it just won't work for you, right? What you have to imagine, you're watching this video, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 other people, you have to go into the mindset with it that everybody in this video is going to copy my offer, and eventually if everybody is going to copy it, it's not going to work anymore, okay? So take this, improve it, make it better, and that's going to actually work for you, okay? Now, once you have your offer, you need to effectively communicate it to your prospects and reach out to these guys. So this is how you do it, okay? Because the thing is, there's no point in having an offer if you're not kind of sending it out to anybody, if nobody knows about it, there's no point in that. So the way you do it is, first of all, here, is you need to actually just build your lead list first. Build your lead list first, okay? Now, the way you do this is the following, okay? So whichever niche you picked, you want to go into a business directory. For example, if it's Google Maps, that's the biggest one, obviously, right? For example, BBB, the Better Business Bureau, just even Yelp, Yelp pages, whatever it is, okay? And you want to just scrape a ton of people in that niche. There's certain tools for it, for example, Instance Data Scraper, okay? And for the start here is you need to have at least 20,000 downloads, okay? And that might seem kind of quite a lot, but we need to blast the volume. You want to make it unreasonable for you to not sign clients. If you're sending out 20,000 outreaches per month, and there's someone that only sends 1,000, you will send 20 times more of the clients, okay? So just do more. Just do more of what works, okay? So the way you kind of do this is obviously you kind of go to, for example, Google Maps, and you just scrape all the leads. I would highly recommend to not use tools like D7 Lead Finder or Apollo, because when it comes to local businesses, they're just so oversaturated, and they just have been blasted. These people have been harassed. So don't use these tools. One extremely important thing here is, while you're doing this, is you're going to learn a lot about your niche. And that is extremely, extremely important. Listen to me. One of the most important things is, if you're going to a new niche, is you need to study the fuck out of this. Okay, what I mean is, you need to know where these people hang out, how do they talk, what's their language, what are terms in the niche that you need to understand, okay? Because what you have to imagine, if you're opening a sales store with someone, and they can sense that you're new to it, you don't really know the industry, you don't know how this industry works. If they're kind of telling you, oh yeah, we do this and this and this, and they might tell you a niche term that people outside of the niche won't know, and I can tell you don't know it, it's going to be very difficult. And they'll sense that you're pretty new to it and you're a beginner, and they won't pay you, okay? So one thing I did that sort of helped me extremely out quite a lot is studying so much about a niche, okay? Understanding, for example, if you're in the contracting specs or estimates, how do insurance companies work? What is the sales process for selling a roof? Everything you can, so much detail, okay? Because for you to effectively communicate your offer to someone, you need to understand them, their pain points, and what they're looking for. And if you do really understand your niche and you understand kind of what their pain points are, we can now move on actually to starting to reach out to your clients. And once you understand your niche's pain points, their desires, we can now move on to actually reaching out to your prospects and effectively communicating your offer, okay? So this is step 4, okay? To make money, you need sales goals. And to get sales goals, you need outreach, okay? Now, the main thing here is you don't want to be outreaching yourself. Something that is extremely low leverage is cold calling yourself, doing outreach yourself, doing it manually especially. As the owner, you shouldn't be doing that, okay? And I will show you how to automate this entire process here in this video. You need to understand, one important thing you need to understand, you need to wrap your head around this, is that outreach here, this step is what is going to make you money, okay? Everything we did so far is necessary, but this is the most crucial step. If you get this wrong, your whole business will not succeed. With outreach, it is all about volume, as I was mentioning before. Now, volume is the most important thing here. Let me explain. Volume does wonders, because first of all, you need a lot of appointments to make a lot of money, right? So anything in business that works and is applied to volume will just make you more money, okay? So what you have to imagine, okay? So if you have a outreach system that is working for you, that is producing your appointments, that is getting you deals in, okay? And you're setting, let's say, 1,000 units per day of outreach of that method, okay? What happens if you just 10x it? If you're saying 10,000, you will make 10 times the money. It's a very simple thing to understand, but it actually does wonders. If something is working, why would you not scale the fuck out of it? It doesn't make sense, right? So what I want you to do is blast as much volume out as possible, okay? I want you to have on your calendar every single day, at least 10 sales calls every single day. I don't care if you have to stay up till 2 a.m. to take the sales calls. Get it done. Nowadays, myself, in my SMMA, I send out around 5,000 outreaches per day, every single day, right? And we're actually still in the process of upping that volume. And this is a business lesson overall. Anything that works in your business, just double it. You know, that's the name again. If you're running paid ads for yourself and you're getting a ton of leads in and it's working pretty well, why would you not just double the volume on it? Why would you not just double the ad spend on it, for example? You know, so volume is like one key thing you need to understand here, because volume negates luck. So what I want you to do at the start here is start sending out 2,000 outreaches every single day. If you're in the local business space, like for example, contracting, car detailing, med spas, whatever your local niche is, I would highly recommend you go with cold SMS. So what it is, you pretty much just send a cold message to your prospect's phone number and they reply to you if they're interested, okay? They'll tell you, hey, yeah, give me a call. And then you have your setters, call them and get them booked in. This is my exact SMS script for my niche. It says, hey, it's Josh, found you on Google the other day. I wanted to see if you opened a simple, low-effort partnership. I can bring an extra 9 remotely jobs on a pay-on-results basis, even during these times. Can I share some more info? You can see it's very low pressure. Now, once they say yes, I have my setters called them up right away in the first minutes. As I was saying before, you do not want to be doing outreach yourself. That is low leverage, okay? And I'm going to show you my calendar right now. This is the exact thing I used to make my calendar look like this. As I was saying before, do not copy and paste the script because probably everybody that watches will just do that and it's not going to work for very, very long. So make your own scripts, use this framework and make it better, improve it, and then use it, okay? So now you actually have a consistent flow of appointments on your calendar every single day. That is great. The main issue a lot of agency owners fall into is they can't close for shits. Okay, they don't know how to sell at all, and they're just struggling for deals, selling on all these sales skills, but they just can't close any money. They're just wasting their own time, their prospect's time, and nobody's making any money here. Okay, so let me give you the best sales training here that you will ever need in the agency space. If you follow this sales process, I'm telling you, in the first 3 calls you'll hop on, you will close someone. So this is it right here. Now, you need to understand that sales, especially in the agency space, in the marketing kind of space, leads, selling leads, whatever, is all about trust, okay? If someone hops on a sales call with you and they do not trust you and they think they will scam you, they will never, ever on earth pay you, okay? Sales is all about trust. If you have someone's trust, they will pay you. If you don't, they will never. It's not about your background, the way you dress. It's not about how you look. It's not about your accent. It's about if they trust you as a person. Because you can even ask yourself, when was the last time you bought something from someone and that was the first time of you seeing them? Probably never. You just buy stuff because you see someone for the first time. And that doesn't work like that. Most of the time, if you're buying something from someone, you have been watching their content for some time, you've learned about their company, if it's a company, it's not a individual person, and you know, let, and trust it. And so the whole key to sales is having a prospect trust into what you're saying. Even if you have the best offer in the world, if someone does not trust you, it's over, okay? And this ties into the value equation here again, right? Because the thing is, if you don't have someone's trust, you might be able to kind of get them the dream out home. I tell them, oh, I'll get you all these jobs. But the perceived likelihood of achievement is not there because that's the trust part here, right? Even if everything else is here, if your offer has a time delay in it and, you know, it sounds good on paper, if they don't have to do anything and you do it all from that, this effort and sacrifice, even if this thing is still missing, there's no value. Like the value just can't happen because the key thing is missing. So let me teach you how you can build trust with your prospects so that if they open a sales call with you, they are ready to pay you. Going back to the previous principle where someone doesn't buy anything if they haven't heard anything about that person, we need to apply the same thing here, okay? So what you need to do is you need to give your prospect content before the call. So when they hop on the call, they know who you are, they trust you, and they know what you're pretty much offering them. Lots of your agency owners hop on sales calls with prospects and they don't even know what you do. When I open calls, they are ready to pay me. So the most crucial thing you need to understand here is you need to spam your prospects with content before the call. I'm talking VSLs. If you have any news articles, if you have been on a podcast with people in your niche, you know, if you have a YouTube channel that is for your niche, anything you can give them that makes them want to trust you, okay? That makes them feel like, hey, this guy's legit. So I'm telling you, if you do this, that's the 80%, okay? If you just can get someone's trust, that's the 80% you need to focus on. Now, the 20% here is just your script you resume, you know, what you're telling them on sales calls. Now, I'm not going to kind of go into my own script right here because else the video is going to be way too long. But if you want to like check out the script I'm using, I have a dedicated video on my channel where I close someone for 4.5K upfront, and that person on the sales call watched the VSL that I have in place and knew, let them trust me. So make sure to watch it after this video. Now, a couple of things that I want you to understand as well. So everything I want you to focus on sales calls is just building trust with these guys. A few more things are objections on sales call. They are not real. It's not the right thing. If someone tells you they need to talk to their wife about it, they need to think about it. They need to do some random shit. It is not real, okay? So that's what we call a smokescreen objection. Pretty much what that is, it's your prospects giving a fake objection to cover something up under it. So for example, they tell you need to talk to their wife about it, but the main thing is they don't trust you or they think that your product is a scam. They're telling you that because they don't want to just tell you, hey, I don't trust you. Hey, I think you're a scam, because that's kind of difficult to take to someone. So the only really true main objections under the smokescreen objections is if they genuinely don't have the money, or if they don't trust you. Okay, that's the main two things, the main objections here. And if someone doesn't really have the money, they're probably not a good fit to work with you anyway. But if someone doesn't trust you, you can do a lot of things. You can have them call your clients on the sales call. You can have them watch your testimonials, right? You can show them some ad account results, some go high level pipelines. Anything that proves that you're legit. So let me give you some more practical things when it comes to actually selling people, okay? So first of all, it's all about how you position your offer. If you sound like everybody else, you will be like everybody else, and guess what? Most people don't make money, okay? So you position yourself as much different as possible. So for example, instead of saying you're a agency, which is such an overused term, you're a marketing company, you need to just say you're, for example, a growth partner. You're really partnering with these people. You don't say things like, for example, oh yeah, we'll run your Facebook ads. Just say, oh, we'll run targeted advertising that is proven to work. You want to just give fancy names of things that are actually pretty basic. For example, Facebook ads, as I was just saying before. Now, one price anchoring technique that also I'm using right now still is you have 3 different package sizes, all right? One cheap option, one middle option, and one extremely expensive one, okay? Because what it does, if you have a very expensive option, it frames you as high value. It kind of positions you as high value, right? Because if you even pitch the most expensive one first, you say, hey, so this package is 10K, they can be like, oh shit, this is quite a lot, Like what this guy's doing is valuable, pretty much. Okay, that's what you kind of communicate it. The middle option is kind of the best deal, and the cheapest one is kind of like, it's la pretty much. And the reason why selling retainers doesn't really work that well anymore is because there's no value to it. Okay, yeah, you're running your Facebook ads, you're getting the components, but they can't expect how many you'll get for them. Okay, so you need to frame your retainer, your PIF, correctly, right? Like as I was saying before, I'm guaranteeing them appointment packages across a certain amount of days, because then they'll know what they're paying for and therefore there's value. As I was saying before, if you're more interested in the actual tangible practical thing, I have a video on the channel where I share a call recording of me closing a 4.5K client up front. So make sure you watch it after this video. And one incredibly important thing about sales is you cannot let someone get off the phone without them paying you, okay? If someone gives you an objection, like things to think about, and you let them go, they will never close. Never let someone get off the phone with at least some sort of commitment, okay? Because if you let just someone go and it's like, oh yeah, let's talk tomorrow, and you kind of just let it be, they will probably just ghost you, I'll get back to you, block you, or do anything else, or something else. Because what happens if they get off the phone and they have some doubt in their minds, that doubt will only grow. The reason they will do that, the reason that is happening is because the sales call is there for you to plant a seed in their mind, right? Whether it's a seed of confidence or a seed of doubt. Now, if they're not paying you on the call and they don't want to do anything with you and they just want to get off the phone with you, they have doubts. So what happens if they get off the call? That seed of doubt will just grow and grow and grow, and therefore they will convince themselves that it's not a good decision and they will therefore not move forward with you. So one thing you can do to get the middle ground here is to go for a deposit, even if it's just $100, just get them to go into some sort of money to you. Because what happens if they pay you $100 to kind of keep their spot, hold their spot, so you can move forward with them next week or whenever they're ready, is they in their mind unconsciously that they already paid you, therefore they will like do it again. There's a thing called the consistency bias, where people, if they said something in the past, they're more likely to also do it again. Some human bias. So if they paid you before, they will also pay you again. The way you get someone to commit with you actually on the sales call is by having something called incentive-based pricing, where pretty much you're giving them a massive discount if they move forward with you on the call with you today. So you can tell them, for example, so our average price of the program is 10K. What do the people that actually are on this call for the first time is we discount it to 4K. So we just save you $6,000 just like that if you opt in today. So this is it for a sales aspect. If you follow this, you will sign plans. I'm guaranteeing you that. Now, don't fall into the trap that you just focus on marketing your products. Let me explain. What a lot of agency owners do is they sign on clients, and they don't really dedicate any time to actually delivering the service. But delivering the service is actually the most important part, because clients are paying you to get them more business. And what happens if you don't is they will dispute you, get their money back, and you're going to lose money. So that being said, let's move on to step 7. And I'm going to implement some key mindsets in you that you need to ultimately be successful with this. I want you to know that service delivery in your business is the most important thing, right? every business has a product, right? The product is your business. If your product sucks, you don't have a business, right? You need to understand that. Because your service is what will make or break your business, right? If you have a good service, you will get a ton of referrals, unlimited business pretty much, and a good existence. If your product sucks and you're scamming people and they're paying you for something and they're not getting anything in return, you will get disputes, people will ask for refunds, you will get bad reviews, and your business will not last very, very long. So as I was saying, most gurus will tell you to just focus on marketing without focusing on the product, but your product is really the thing that you're selling, right? If that sucks, your business sucks. Now, obviously, if you're starting, you want to focus on marketing your product because you don't have any clients yet. That is understandable. But once you sign your first 2-3 clients, you need to dedicate a lot of time to mastering your service delivery. Because imagine, man, if you're just signing people on and they're just asking for refunds, you would just not really enjoy running your own company, then you'll probably quit because it's just going to be depressing. And what happens if you get good results for your clients is it's just exponential progress. You will get testimonials, which you can leverage to get more clients. You can on sales calls set people to call your existing clients and talk to them for a few minutes so they can then convince themselves if they don't trust you. You will make a good name for yourself. You'll get referrals, a ton of good stuff overall. Because guess what do the most successful companies have in common? Let's say it's Apple, Google, Microsoft. They have the best product in the industry. Chances are, if you're watching this on an Apple device, you bought it because either you knew that it was good, you had someone tell you, hey, buy an iPhone or buy a MacBook, or just heard a ton of good things about it. That's why you bought it. As opposed to if Apple products sucked, you probably would watch this on Android or Samsung or something. Now, also, eventually, when you kind of scale, you get more clients and you want to build a team, you want to get closers, you want to get more setters, you want to get customer success managers, and all of that stuff. You want to kind of remove yourself from every aspect of the business at some point. And you can upsell plans, introduce new services eventually once you master that one service you had. This is the exact thing I'm doing right now. For example, I'm planning to introduce websites, SEO, and Google ads for my clients so I can upsell them and so increase my customer lifetime value. But those are things you can only do once you have clients that trust you, like you, and once you have a proven product that already works. Now, if you're interested, I have a dedicated video towards service delivery on this channel as well. You can check it out after this video as well. Now, I know at the start it might be kind of scary charging so much money up front. So what I did myself at the start, so what you can do, that's what I did, for example, is at the start, just do revenue shares. Just have someone pay you $500 up front and so you get 5% of every job you get them. That's exactly what I did. Now, the way you frame the $500 kind of setup fee is a commitment deposit, okay? This is exactly what I used to say. So we charge this $500 commitment fee just to get some also investment from your side as well. Because what had happened in the past is people just sign up with us and they just go to us right away after we send them on. So after the first 90 days, I will give you a refund for this $500. It's just so we can see that you're actually committed to this. Doesn't go to our bank account right away. Doesn't go to our bank account at all. It's just so we can see that you're actually committed to this. And if your service is good and it actually brings your clients money, which I will show you later in this video, then you will get a ton of clients, get testimonials, and then actually eventually transition into this model. Because if you're just starting out, you don't have the luxury of charging thousands up front because you don't have a proof of concept yet when it comes to actually delivering a service. So use this revenue share offer to get your first 3 clients and then transition into this offer. Now, if you follow everything I laid out in this video, I'm guaranteeing you that you will hit your first 10K a month in record time with this. No, that being said, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that it's going to be a walk in the park. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of commitment, and can be painful sometimes. But if you just never quit and you always hang in there, you will make it happen. Because the only way you can not make it happen is if you just quit. And you have to figure out things like, for example, building a team, hiring setters, hiring closers, and just building systems that are aligned to scale your actual business. And I can tell you, going from 0 to 1 is going to be probably the most difficult part here. Going from 2 to 10 is going to be super easy. And that's the sad thing. Most people just give up because it's so difficult at the start. So if you want to avoid all of that and actually scale to 10K per month in record time and have someone teach you who has done it and who is still doing it actively and is running his own agency, you can just send me a DM on Instagram and we'll have a small chat, see if I can help you. Now, I don't want to shoot on any gurus here, but with me, if you don't make these 10K in your first 3 months with this, I'll give you a full refund plus $1,000. So that's pretty much a no-brainer, right? But if you like the video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos, and I will see you soon.